Hello and welcome to the 7.2 New Features Highlight presentation. In this presentation we will showcase several new features and updates for the RTA version 7.2.5, including the new and improved F1 lookup capabilities and continued enhancements on the new import-export programs that started in the 7.2.4 release. Many of the features in this release utilize capabilities only available on a modern SQL Server platform. Clients who have purchased the SQL Server version of RTA will be able to get the full benefit of this release. If you are currently utilizing our Vision platform and would like to use all the features in this video, please reach out to us today to discuss opportunities for you to keep your fleet moving forward. First up, the new F1 lookup features. The lookup features for many of the main modules in the RTA are being expanded to give you better control over the list of records that are being presented, easier navigation of those records, and also the option to print or export the data presented. This will be a standard option, but it will only work if you have the SQL data backend. Simply installing the files from the client folder to your local machines will install the files needed for the new lookup programs. Now from inside the RTA, you can use the F1 lookup option for your records just like you have been doing all along, but with some added benefits. These benefits include faster record load times so the lookup list pulls data quicker, being able to reorder columns by simply dragging and dropping them in the lookup screen, you can also delete columns you don't want to see by also dragging them off the screen. And you can add new columns by simply selecting the Edit Columns button in the top menu, or right-clicking on your mouse, opening the Column Chooser option, and then pulling fields from the customization list, again by simply dragging and dropping them from the list. Also, more data fields from within the master records have been added to the customization list. So now you can add these new elements into your lookups as well. You are able to sort on multiple columns at a time by simply holding down the Shift key and selecting the columns you want and the direction of sort, whether ascending or descending. There are several nice filter options which will display only the data selected instead of merely sorting all the data the way it used to do. You can simply click on the little filter icon next to the field label. Then from the Values tab, you can select from a list of data values to pull. Or you can use the Text Filters tab and utilize a list of comparative operators to filter your data like equals to, begins with, contains, and ends with, etc. You can also use the Control F or select the Quick Find option to narrow down your data quickly. And you can use the Auto Filter option, which allows you to visually query each column individually, and delete the queries and create new ones on the fly real-time. There's also a more advanced filter editor which gives you even more flexibility in your filtering. You are also able to organize the presented data into groups and add footer sections to include summaries of the data such as summation, minimum maximum, record count, and averages. You can also save your F1 queries as individual presets. Then you can default to any one of the presets or simply change your lookup on the fly with a simple pull-down button. There are also increased export capabilities, including exporting the F1 data directly to a text file, tab or comma delimited, a Microsoft Excel file, a Microsoft Word file, and a PDF file. For this example, I will save the list into an Excel file and then open it directly into Excel. Next up, the new updated master record import-export utilities. We started the process in the 7.2.4 version, and we are continuing to expand the ability to import and export main data records to and from the RTA system in an easy-to-use, straightforward approach. These features will work in both the Vision and SQL versions of the RTA. There are separate menu items for the import routines and the export routines found in the System Utilities area of the software. You can import and export vehicles, parts, vendors, departments, customers, equipment, and class codes. Also, we will continue adding additional import-export capabilities in future releases to other main records in the RTA system. Now from the export side, you can select the text delimiter type to export, whether it be tab, comma, semicolon, space, or tilde delimited, and select the date and time formats. Then you can choose to export just one file or export several files at the same time, and select where and what file name you want to save each record to. Finally, you can also select what data within each file to export by facility and a record range. Now from the import side, you can simply export all of the available header names for the files you wish to import using the template option. Then those headers become your RTA data tags. From there, you can compile your master record data in a spreadsheet file and copy over the appropriate data tags you wish to import. Then save it as a text file using any one of the popular delimiters like tab, comma, or space delimited. The nice thing is the data does not have to be in any specific order, and fields can be omitted from the file if they are not needed. Once you have the file ready to import, you have three options within the import program. These options are: first, previewing the data. You can make sure your data will line up properly ahead of time before importing. The second option is test import. This runs through your whole file and produces an error report so you can identify any issues pulling the data before doing it officially. The third option is run import. This actually runs the import and updates the RTA data. And finally, you have an option of adding a brand new master record into the RTA software, or simply updating an existing record, as long as the record number matches from the file. We hope the new features in the 7.2.5 update will continue to help you in your day-to-day processes in maintaining your fleet. Thank you for watching.